It is your girl, Angel Sales ATL, and I am jumping on here midday almost. Let me close this. Midday. Somebody called me. So listen, I'm gonna start walking people through this process of the application after you have applied for a loan. What do you do? I'm going to try to do it step by step for everybody, okay? Somebody called me and they said, Angel, I have called a lender. I have gotten a pre-approval. What do you do next? What do I need to do? Let me tell you what you need to do. You did right. You called me. That's what you need to do. So listen, everybody. Um, for those of you who on my last live, I talked about things that you need to do prior to, and that's to get pre-approved, right? You need to get your pre-approval, not a pre-qualification. There is a difference. Pre-approvals, you actually, that means that most lenders, when they give you a pre-approval letter, they have vetted you. And when I say that, they have checked to make sure you have money to buy. They checked your income. They've checked your rental history. Most of them will check your rental history. They made sure they've done a soft pull. They have not. They have not pulled a hard pull on your credit. You do want to find a lender that is just a soft pull, okay? Because you may not like them. You may not be ready for real. So a soft pull is what you're looking for. But once you get that pre-approval, that's what I'm going to go over. So yes, once you've gotten your pre-approval letter, that's what we're going to talk about. So now you've gotten your pre-approval letter, right? And they said, all right, you can buy. And I'm going to just throw this number out there just for old time, not time's sake, should I say. Let's say you are pre-approved for $400,000. A lot of people, they excited. You ready. You like, okay, I'm ready for the party. Let's go get me a house. No, stop. Before you do that, when you call me, when you call your agent after you have gotten your pre-approval, let me tell you what you did not do. You need to stop right there and you need to make sure you are okay with the payment. Don't nobody want to talk about that. You need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. Just because you are pre-approved for $400,000, that's amazing. Congratulations. I love it. I love it for you. Hi. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Listen, just because you got the pre-approval, it does not mean you're okay with the payment. You all got to be okay with that payment. Ask your lender. The question that you need to ask is, how much is my payment? How much am I going to be responsible to pay every single month on a $400,000 home? So what will happen? Your lender can take an average. Let's say that you are looking in here in Atlanta. I got some people in here that's not in Atlanta or in Georgia. Here you may be looking in Fulton County. The city of Atlanta, that's a county here. So if you're looking in Fulton County, what the lender can do is take an average of the county taxes there, just to give, because they got to average in what the taxes may be monthly, right? So it's just an estimate, a guesstimate is what I call it. And then they'll average out what your home would look like. You may have an HOA. Your HOA that can change. You may not have your HOA may be 500 a year. It may be 3,000 a year. You're looking at gated communities. Sometimes those can be $3,000 a year. Just depends on what you're paying for. But make sure you fall in love with the payment. That is the very first thing you need to fall in love with. After you've gotten your pre-approval, fall in love with that payment, because that's what you're marrying. That is what you have to pay for the next 15 to 30 years, okay? And I am going to do a video about payments too. So But anyway, I needed to jump on here because someone called me and I wanted to let you know, let everyone know, when you get your pre-approval, get all the information. What does my payment look like? And if your payments are going to be, if you're going to jump into a fixed payment, hopefully you're not doing a balloon payment, then understand that if you go into new construction, they got all of these different, buy downs where you can buy the rate down, and that's amazing. But ask the right questions, because that means that your mortgage payment, when you're doing buy downs, there's a couple different things that can happen there. So you just want to make sure that you're not going into these special situations where your first month your mortgage is going to be 1,200, for instance. The second month or the third month your mortgage is going to be 1,500, and then the third or fourth month your mortgage goes up to 17, and after that it goes up to like 28. Like, you want to know, you have to ask the questions. And that's why, when you have a good realtor, when you have a good real estate agent that you are working with, they make sure to ask those questions, because that is important. It is key. I never want anybody that I'm working with to say what I didn't know. If you don't know, ask the question. And if I don't know, I have never ever been one of those agents or people. And hey, Gubby, the tea is, we are talking about real estate, and what do you need to, in real estate, what do you do once you get your pre-approval? So right now, that's the tea for us. But I just want to make sure that when you get your pre-approval, ask questions. It's okay. And if I don't know the answer, I will get the answer for you. I don't know everything. But when I don't know, I always make sure I ask. I am doing you a disservice. Any agent is doing a disservice when they say, oh, yeah, I know this, I know that, I know this, and they don't. It's okay to not know. I'm okay with not knowing, but I'm going to get you good information. So that way, before you purchase your home, before we move forward in whatever that process is, you are actually comfortable with it. I never want you to sign a 30-year mortgage, get in a contract for 30 long years, and be unhappy. That is not cool. You can love the house, but not love the payment. So that, I wanted to jump in. I wanted to make sure that I explain that. I am super happy that they called me. They got their pre-approval letter. So we're going to understand exactly what to expect next with payments. And that is where we get what is called a fee breakdown sheet that your lender will give you, and actually be able to, line by line, explain, this is your actual mortgage. This is possibly what your escrow would be. This is what, with taxes guessing, this is what taxes could, your taxes may be. This is, I mean, line by line items. And if you're working with lenders, they should not mind explaining that to you. This is a serious process. This is a huge deal. Very huge. So wanted to just jump in, let you guys know, um, let you all know where we actually are with that once you get the pre-approval. I am going to be jumping on here. I'm going to try to get on here every day and just let you all know what to expect next in your process. And listen, if you guys have any questions that you want me to answer on these lives, please feel free to drop it down below. Let me know. I will go over it. I do realize that some of you are in different states, you're in different cities. Some of you are here in Georgia, but you're just in a different city. And maybe you're further south or you're way further north. But the process is always going to be the same, even if you're in a different area. So I appreciate you all. It is your girl, Angel Sales ATL. And I was just checking in, making sure I gave y'all the tea. Okay. And my T is teaching, educating, and empowering. So I want to make sure that I'm always doing that. So I hope you all have an amazing day on purpose. And we will talk real soon. See y'all.